season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers offense has the ball first today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They'll go right back to it. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Scanning the field, it's Rasmussen. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
So Florida Atlantic's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in. And they did tack on the extra point.
Hey, what's going on? Go Seahawks 08. I appreciate the follow. And, hey, Joseph, what's going on?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Look at that, just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. Hauls it in. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, running. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
First down for this offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the lead.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting. You've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game. Because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up safety.
Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner will be brought down. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. A little release to the back. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Rasmussen. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. To the air on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
So now it's second and long. Give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Callaway. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Owls headed quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Zings it complete to the right. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Takes the easy completion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He wants to throw it again. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. It's caught. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Owls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Throws to the back. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
He's got it. First down and more. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Touchdown! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. On Wisconsin. They're darn near perfect offensively today, almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice. They're up by 28 over Wyoming. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Rasmussen. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, the sweet shoot gets him free. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Back to throw, it's Rasmussen. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play.
Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Owls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Makes it past the marker. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving.
Looks like we got ourselves another follower. Hey, Matthew Martinez, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida Atlantic Owls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida Atlantic's offense will take the field first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Ron.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They go right back to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he's got it inside the 35. Finds some room. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you've got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. FIU pushing tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. FIU will line up to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. They're setting up the screen. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. FIU will line up to punt. Makes the catch at 35. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Catch in the middle, it's Newton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Toss sweep to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
Guys, one of the oldest and most spirited rivalries in the FBS is being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is the latest. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback
defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. FIU will line up to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Run in the red zone. It's Johnson.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 8 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trap.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? And it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
FIU will line up to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. They try to get it outside on the left. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Florida Atlantic tries to move the chains on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Florida International offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Pocket breaking down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Creates a little space.
The returner is tackled at the 46. And your FAU Owls will take over.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying it.
He's loose on the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. FIU will line up to punt.
On to kick it away.
He's got it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Callaway. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. On the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The give on the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. There's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll ride running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains.
Hey, what's going on, Dusty Frost?
Just sort of wonder if that's
Hit that follow button, hit that like button. I'm actually about to jump off here, my guy. I'm just doing Dynasty right now. Appreciate you stopping in, and yep, add me as a friend, and we can get some 1v1 on at some point. You know what I mean?
you're just trying to save face. I wanna
We can
go
do
down
some
and try
exhibition games. You know what I mean?
but
That
when
is
you
what it
go out
is.
there and compete,
Thanks for checking it out.
Turner will
Peace.
field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on the option. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
With the catch, it's Ware. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. You don't want to get carried away. It's still early, but that was an impressive performance to go to 3-0. What do you think? How good is this team, David?
I love when you say you don't want to get carried away. But, you know why you say but? Because we're going to get carried away. Great start. This is what we do. We're going to react to what we see, and 3-0 is exactly how you draw it up. You build momentum, you start to build confidence, and you start to look like a team, Jesse, that might get do some damage later on in the postseason.
so can they drown out the noise? Can they not pay attention to what we're talking about and how good we think they are and just keep that workman-like mentality each and every week? Lunch pail, show up, blue collar, get the job done. This team has a lot